Hello and welcome to quicktechie.com. In this training, we are covering the most demanding skills of modern requirement for all professionals: prompt engineering for AI and large language models, LLMs.
In our first lesson on prompt engineering, we'll start with the basics. Imagine you're learning to drive. Just as you adjust the mirrors and seat to ensure a safe and comfortable ride, in AI, tweaking simple settings can significantly enhance the quality and relevance of the responses you get. This course is ideal for each professional or anyone looking to update their knowledge. In our prompt engineering course, quicktechie.com provides the essential building blocks for becoming adept at interacting with AI. Now, let's step into the realm of prompt engineering together. Whether you're completely new to this technology or refreshing your knowledge, this series is your toolkit for mastering AI interactions. We'll cover the fundamental settings. Think of them as the dials and switches of AI that influence how it responds. You'll learn how to craft prompts or instructions that lead to meaningful and relevant answers. This introduction is just the start, setting you up to turn your commands into an art form. Join me on this enlightening journey as we unlock the secrets to effectively communicate with one of the most advanced technologies of our time.
Large language models, LLMs, such as Google Gemini or GPT-4x. As we dive into the basics of working with these models, think of them as highly advanced computer programs that can understand and generate human-like text. Just like you might adjust the settings on your phone to get a better experience, there are certain settings or hyperparameters you can tweak in these models to influence how they behave and what kind of text they produce. Let's explore some common hyperparameters that you can adjust. Let's consider a crucial concept called priming. While priming isn't a technical setting like a hyperparameter, it's so important that we begin our journey here. Imagine you're about to go on a road trip. Before you start the engine, you likely input your destination into a GPS. In the world of AI, priming serves a similar purpose. It provides the AI with a map or context before it begins generating responses. This way, the AI knows the direction you want it to take, ensuring the responses are focused and relevant to your needs. Think of it as giving a painter a sketch of what you want on your canvas. By outlining your expectations, the painter knows what colors to choose and where to paint them. Similarly, priming helps guide the AI to produce content that closely aligns with your specific requirements. This results in responses that are not only accurate, but also tailored specifically to your query or task. Temperature. This is a crucial setting that controls the randomness in the model's responses. Think of temperature like the thermostat in your home. When you adjust the thermostat, you're setting the environment's warmth or coolness. Similarly, in AI, the temperature setting adjusts how creative or predictable the AI's responses will be. Higher temperature. Setting a high temperature is like turning up the heat. It makes the AI's responses more diverse and creative. However, just like too much heat can make things uncomfortable, a high temperature setting might make the AI's responses less coherent or more erratic. Lower temperature. On the other hand, a lower temperature setting makes the AI's responses more consistent and predictable, similar to cooling down the room. This can be helpful when you need precise and to-the-point answers, but it can also make the responses more repetitive, just as a cool environment can sometimes feel too rigid or limiting. By adjusting the temperature setting, you can tailor the AI's output to match the needs of your task, whether you're looking for creative inspiration or straightforward answers. This control is essential for fine-tuning how the AI generates content, making it a versatile tool in your prompt engineering toolkit. Top P sampling, or nucleus sampling. This setting is a bit like choosing where to fish in a large lake. You want to focus on areas where you are most likely to catch fish, rather than spreading your efforts too thin across less promising areas. Top P sampling explained. Probability distribution. Imagine every possible response the AI could generate as part of a big pool of options. Each option has a probability of being selected, much like each fish in a lake has a chance of being caught. Threshold setting. Top P sampling involves setting a threshold to focus on the most likely fish or responses. For example, if we set P at 20%, the AI will only consider the top 20% most likely responses. It filters out all the less probable options, which are part of the long tail of the distribution. Diverse yet focused. This approach ensures diversity because the AI is not just repeating the most common response every time. However, it avoids the randomness of selecting very unlikely responses, which can be irrelevant or nonsensical. By using Top P sampling, you're effectively telling the AI, let's focus on the most promising options, but keep enough variety to make the responses interesting and relevant. This method is particularly useful when you want to strike a balance between creativity and relevance, ensuring the AI's outputs are diverse yet within the realm of likelihood. It's a powerful tool for managing how adventurous or conservative the AI's responses should be. Top K sampling. This method is somewhat like setting a filter to limit the options available in a game or a quiz, where only the most likely answers are considered valid choices. Top K sampling explained. Limiting choices. In top K sampling, you set a specific number, K, which determines how many of the most probable next words or tokens the AI can choose from when it's generating text. If K is set to 5, then for each word it needs to generate, the AI will only consider the 5 most likely words. Quality control. By restricting the AI's choices to a select few, top K sampling helps maintain the quality of the output. It prevents the AI from choosing less likely, potentially off-topic or nonsensical words, focusing instead on more predictable and relevant options. Balancing creativity and coherence. Although limiting the choices might sound restrictive, it's a useful way to ensure the responses stay coherent and on topic. At the same time, by adjusting K, you can still allow for some degree of creativity and variability without letting the responses stray too far from what makes sense. Top K sampling is particularly valuable when you need the AI to produce clear, coherent, and relevant text, such as in formal reports or when accurate information is critical. It's like choosing to stay on well-trodden paths while hiking in an unfamiliar forest. You ensure safety and relevance, while still enjoying some variation in the scenery. Max token setting in AI prompt engineering. This setting is akin to setting a word limit on an essay or a speech, ensuring that the output is concise and to the point. Max tokens explained. Controlling length. The max token setting specifies the maximum number of words or tokens. A token can be a word or part of a word depending on how the AI breaks down text that the model can use to respond. For example, if you set the max tokens to 50, the AI will not produce a response that exceeds 50 tokens in length. Managing verbosity. This setting is crucial for controlling how verbose or detailed the AI's responses are. By setting a limit, you can ensure that responses are brief and focused, preventing overly long or rambling text. It's particularly useful in scenarios where clarity and brevity are valued, such as in executive summaries or quick explanations. Applying constraints. Just as a strict word count in an academic paper forces you to be clear and concise, the max token setting compels the AI to communicate effectively within a set limit. This helps in maintaining the quality and relevance of the output, especially in professional or educational settings where time and attention are limited. Overall, max tokens is an essential tool for tailoring the length of AI-generated content to suit specific needs, whether you're looking for short, snappy answers or slightly longer, more detailed responses. Frequency penalty in AI prompt engineering. This feature is similar to a teacher who encourages students to use a variety of words and ideas in their writing, rather than repeating the same phrases over and over. Frequency penalty explained. Reducing repetition. The frequency penalty is a setting that decreases the likelihood of the AI model repeating the same word, phrase, or piece of information. By applying a penalty to tokens, words or part of words, that the model has already used, it becomes less likely that these tokens will appear again in the response. Adjusting the penalty. A higher frequency penalty means that repetition is more strongly discouraged. You can adjust this setting, depending on how much new information or variation you need in the response. For example, if you're generating creative content like stories or brainstorming ideas, a higher penalty can help produce more diverse and interesting text. Enhancing content quality. By discouraging repetition, the frequency penalty helps ensure that the AI's outputs are not only diverse but also more engaging and informative. It prevents the text from becoming stale and monotonous, which is especially important in longer responses or when detailed explanations are required. Overall, the frequency penalty is an effective tool for managing the creativity and readability of AI-generated content. It encourages the model to explore a wider range of vocabulary and concepts, enhancing the overall quality of the output. Presence penalty in AI prompt engineering. Another crucial setting that enhances the creativity and relevance of the AI's responses. This setting is like instructing a speaker to keep introducing new topics in a conversation, rather than lingering too long on the same subject. Presence penalty explained. Broadening content. The presence penalty specifically reduces the likelihood that the AI will repeatedly mention the same topics or themes. This penalty is applied to tokens that are associated with topics already covered in the response, making it less probable for these tokens to reappear as the response continues. Encouraging novelty. By imposing a penalty on tokens associated with current topics, the presence penalty encourages the AI to introduce new concepts and ideas. This is particularly beneficial in dynamic and explorative dialogues or content creation, where diversity in subject matter keeps the material engaging and informative. Application in various contexts. Whether you're generating educational content, creative writing, or comprehensive reports, applying a presence penalty helps ensure that the material remains fresh and covers a broader spectrum of information. It avoids the redundancy that can make content less appealing and engaging to the reader. In essence, the presence penalty helps in steering the conversation or content towards unexplored areas, thereby enriching the discourse and maintaining the interest of the audience. It's an effective tool for fostering a more comprehensive and varied interaction with AI-generated text. Prompt length in AI prompt engineering. Although it isn't a hyperparameter like the settings we've discussed earlier, the length and quality of the input prompt are crucial for shaping the AI's output. Prompt length explained. Influence on output. The length of the prompt you provide to an AI model can significantly affect the responses it generates. A longer, more detailed prompt gives the AI more context and specific information, which can help produce more accurate and relevant responses. Conversely, a shorter prompt may yield broader, more general responses due to the lack of detailed guidance. Quality matters. It's not just the length that's important, the quality of the prompt is equally crucial. A well-crafted prompt that clearly conveys your expectations and includes relevant details can guide the AI more effectively. This helps in avoiding misunderstandings and ensures that the AI's responses are on target. Strategic use. Depending on your goal, you might choose a longer or shorter prompt. For instance, if you're looking for creative ideas or brainstorming, a shorter prompt might be better to allow more room for the AI's creativity. For technical or complex queries, a longer, more detailed prompt would be more effective in eliciting precise information. Overall, thinking carefully about the length and content of your prompt can dramatically improve the outcomes of your interactions with AI. This approach allows you to tailor the AI's responses to meet your specific needs and ensures that you get the most relevant and useful information. Model choice in AI prompt engineering. This involves selecting between different AI models, which can significantly impact the results of your interactions based on their unique characteristics and capabilities. Model choice explained. Different models, different strengths. Various AI models like GPT 3.5, GPT-4, Google Bard, and Google Gemini have distinct capabilities and specializations. For example, GPT-4 might excel in understanding complex contexts and generating detailed text, while Google Bard could be better optimized for quick conversational responses. Each model is designed with certain strengths, making them suitable for different types of tasks. Choosing the right model. The choice of model depends on your specific needs. If your task involves generating creative content, a model known for its nuanced language and creativity might be the best choice. For analytical tasks that require digesting large amounts of data or factual accuracy, a model with robust data handling capabilities would be more appropriate. Experimentation is key. Since each model has its own approach to processing and generating text, it's often beneficial to experiment with different models to see which one aligns best with your goals. This can involve testing the models on a variety of prompts to observe how they handle nuances, manage data, and their overall output quality. Understanding the different capabilities of each AI model and making an informed choice can greatly enhance the effectiveness of your interactions. This decision should align with the complexity of the task, the required depth of knowledge, and the desired style of communication, ensuring that you leverage the best available resources for your specific needs. Let's talk about the response length setting in AI prompt engineering. This hyperparameter plays a crucial role in determining how lengthy the AI-generated responses will be. Response length explained. Controlling output size. The response length setting allows you to specify how long the generated responses should be. This can be crucial depending on the context in which you're using the AI. For instance, if you need concise answers, you would set a shorter response length. Conversely, for detailed explanations or creative stories, a longer response length would be more appropriate. Balancing detail and brevity. Choosing the right response length helps balance the need for detail with the necessity of brevity. A well-chosen length ensures that the response fully answers the question or fulfills the prompt without unnecessary verbosity or, conversely, without leaving out important details. Model and platform variations. Availability of settings. It's important to remember that the availability and behavior of this hyperparameter can vary depending on the AI model and platform you are using. Not all models and platforms may offer direct control over response length, or they may handle it differently. Experimentation is crucial. Since different tasks might require different response lengths, finding the optimal setting often requires experimentation. You might need to try several settings to see which one produces the most useful and appropriate output for your needs. By effectively managing the response length setting, you can tailor the AI's output to better meet your specific requirements, whether you're after brevity or detailed elaboration. This makes it an essential tool in customizing how the AI interacts with users and fulfills tasks.
Thanks for completing this module of prompt engineering from quicktechie.com. QuickTechie provides a lot of learning material, certifications, and resume generation, interview question and answers, and preparation of interview. QuickTechie is your career growth machine. Visit now.